Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, big game. All right, man. I'm gonna knock out a couple of videos before I call it a day, since it's daytime now. But I just needed to bring something to y'all attention, because, like I said, as black people, we should be enraged. You know, the thing is, this has been going on for years. And what pissed me off is the audacity of a lot of these Caucasian people and these celebrities, and particularly the non-blacks and the whites, that made it look like this was a figment of our imagination, and that we was just making up shit. And, you know, as usual, we was just, you know, delusional Negroes. And like I said before, I'm not kissing everybody's ass and not giving them, and I'm not giving them props for their, you know, all of a sudden activism. Because like I said, at the end of the day, a lot of this is clout chasing. Because a lot of these celebrities, well, none of them was working, to be honest with you, except for the people that's in Atlanta, you know, working at Tyler Perry's studio. But most of these actors were at home. And like I said before, if everything, I'll put it to you this way. Would there be so much outrage if this had happened in January or early February? You got to ask yourself that question. Because like I said, I'm a realist. Like I said, I mean, to be honest with you, I am moved by some of the brothers that then step forward. Because we've been calling for them to speak out on these situations. And whether we believe it's sincere from the heart, at the end of the day, we still got to just say, you know what, fine. I'm giving passes for right now. You know, two of the biggest names that we wanted to say something came forward and said something. One of them did something about it. One of the biggest names in sports history. After us begging him and you calling him out, he finally said, you know what, I gotta say something. This is absurd. And I think a lot of people was like, I mean, if you look like me and you black, you gotta be disturbed by seeing something like that. You gotta be. All the people that I'll put it to you this way, everybody that we wanted to say something has said something. And like I said before, whether it's sincere or for the now, shit getting done. Because like I said, this is a global thing. This is all over the world. And like I said, I cannot thank my black brothers and sisters around the world, and I will pay homage to y'all, you know, this weekend. And I got something special coming up for our fallen brothers and sisters. That's just real talk. But I want to bring something to y'all attention, because at the end of the day, we should be angry. We should be enraged. We should be calling out the police. For real. The Minnesota Police Department should be shut down, because they covered up several. They tried to cover up what really happened to George Floyd, not to mention their history. Because y'all need to understand this. This is just real talk. This needs to be brought to y'all attention. Now, we already know the Mayonnaise Nation and these non-blacks gonna try to play stupid like they didn't know this was going on. But did you guys know that all 4 of those cops combined had at least between 25 to 30 complaints of police brutality, excessive force, racial profiling, and etc. And they police department did nothing. How can you continue to put a cop on the street that got that many complaints about them? And like I said, I don't expect the Mayonnaise Nation to be sympathetic towards black people. At the end of the day, we don't want you to be sympathetic. Fuck y'all. For real. Because you never gave a shit for decades. We was like, stop this shit. Stop harassing us. Stop brutalizing us. This is, when I say this is, man, this goes all the way back to the 40s, to 50s, and 60s of mistreatment by police. But as usual, you made it look like we was delusional. We was making it up. It was a figment of our imagination. Let that sink in. 4 cops, at least 30 complaints. The main one, Chauvin, they say had at least 18 complaints of police brutality and excessive force. And then the Asian dude had at least 6, which one of them ended up in a lawsuit. And somehow these dudes were still allowed to patrol the streets and keep their badges. Is you fucking kidding me? And then people had the audacity to tell us we need to respect the police. Why is that? They don't respect us. And their superiors don't respect the citizens. Protect and serve, huh? Yeah, protect the badge and serve other cops. And don't come on here with that, well, you know, all cops ain't bad. Yeah, but most of them ain't good. There y'all go. A new slogan. Out the bars. Told you, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. So when somebody come with that, well, all cops are not bad. Yeah, but most of them ain't good. I need somebody to explain to me. There ain't no job you would be able to work at where you get that many complaints and still keep your job. You think if you was a cashier and your register kept coming up short, if your register came up short like 18 times, you think you would still be working at the cash register? You think you would still have a job? No, you wouldn't have a job. But you talking about a man that took an oath and was given a badge and a gun and had that many complaints. And he still got to keep his badge. Probably wasn't even reprimanded. Probably wasn't even suspended. I want that to sink in. You tell me what job you would get to keep if you had that many complaints about you. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about working at a warehouse or work, you know what I'm saying, working with money. You're talking about having a badge and a gun. And you getting complaints about hurting people. But somehow, some way, you still walking around with a badge and a gun. Just shaking my damn head. Just shaking my head. There's no way you can explain this. It's shameful. The Minnesota PD, or should I say the Minneapolis PD, failed the citizens. And most of those complaints, if not all of them, were by blacks. They completely ignored the complaints, which shows you they don't respect black people. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anybody that's listening to this video And you in Minneapolis, y'all should lawyer up and y'all should file a class action lawsuit against the police department. If you got your paperwork and proof that they didn't do nothing, and it's and you one of those 30 people that complained about these cops, you should file a lawsuit against the police department, and the city of Minneapolis. Y'all should bankrupt them. Real talk. Police reform is in need. We have to stop pretending that police brutality, racial profiling doesn't exist. If you one of them black people that believe racism doesn't exist and you know what I'm saying, the police are just all good and there's no such thing as police corruption, you need to go see a shrink, because you are completely fucked up or you just fucking lying. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.